People often ask me, what can I do to get better? And I talk about the simple 5 strategies that I call Healing 101. Let's take a look. First and foremost, you're going to want to make sure that you get optimal sleep. Repair processes in the body only occur during deep sleep, and the recommended amount is 7 to 9 hours a night. What they find is that if you don't get a good night's sleep, you actually wake up with micro tears in your muscles in the morning. And haven't you ever noticed that when you do have a bad night's sleep, you're kind of sore all over? It's partly because your body did not address the wear and tear that occurred the day before, and also woke up actually maybe a little bit worse than when you went to bed. No worries. There are lots of strategies that you can look at and utilize when trying to get a good night's sleep. We'll talk about that later. Secondly, talk about nutrition. And here I would suggest that you read as much as you can online. There are great discussions online, great short articles online. Well, what you're going to look for is food and supplements that will help to build connective tissue. How do you build connective tissue? Those are the building blocks for repair. Well, a very simple strategy, bone broth. Bone broth has excellent ingredients to feed your system in terms of repair processes. And what I suggest is that you use the bone broth as a liquid, so in your soups or your stews or when you're making rice, or even just drink it like a cup of tea, morning, evening, and afternoon. The other thing that you're going to look at are any kind of anti-inflammatory, big long word, or antioxidant types of foods. And those foods can include, for instance, berries like blueberries, nuts, cilantro. Again, go online, read through the lists of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant foods, and start to eat make minor changes. Start to eat what looks and feels good to you. Thirdly, hydration. What I suggest is a simple glass of something of the equivalent of a glass of water about 1 waking hour. So what would be a glass of water substitute? Glass of water substitutes would be something very nutritious like coconut water, which has the same electrolyte balance as the body. So that's a very good strategy to have, for instance, first thing in the morning. Tea, green tea is very helpful. Even think about antioxidant teas like blueberry teas are good. What you want to limit a little bit is your coffee, Coke, and some of our more dehydrating liquids that don't really count as hydration intake. Fourth, gentle aerobic exercise. And what gentle exercise is going to do for you, it can be a simple walk, it can be riding a stationary bike, for instance. But what that does is it just kind of gets the blood flowing and gets the joints moving. Very helpful, very simple, and it's a great feed for your system in the healing process. And last but really, really not least is number 5, creating in your life a sense of well-being. And that sense of well-being could include, and maybe should include, 20 to 30 minutes of an activity that you love to do during the day. It can be holding a little kitty cat on your lap. It can be walking through a rose garden. It can be doing some painting or looking at paintings. Whatever gives you joy and a sense of well-being. Now, that is a start of the healing process. And what more and more research is actually showing is that when you can bring in an air of positivity to your thinking and your speaking, that the cells in your body are going to be much more active in repair processes. Now, there was a study that I love to tell people in a sort of the spirit of the law versus the letter of the law. Like, I don't remember the specifics of the study, but it went something like this. There were about 20 married couples divided in half, and each individual in the group was given an injection of acid under the skin, and that created a blister, so a wound. Half the couples were told, have a discussion that you don't agree on, about a subject that you don't agree on every day. The other set of couples were just told, live life as normal. And what they found is that in the healing process, the discussion couples had a 30% slower healing time than those couples that didn't have an argument every day. So think about your own life and your own thinking processes. Are you reading and getting all riled up about something that's keeping you in what we call a low energy state? Keep politics to a minimum if you can, keep stress to a minimum, and turn most of your thinking processes into something positive. Then you will be well on your road to recovery.